Hi everybody, Gert Louw from Cape Town and welcome to another video. Yes, I promise you I'm going to do a video on my recent holiday adventures, my travels that I had. I went to Singapore, I went to Maldives, and I rested a couple of weeks in Pearly Beach afterwards. Some of you asked me to do a vlogging style video. I tried my first 2 sessions, but dude, you know, if you go with a family, if you're on your own it's fine, but if you do it with a family, my wife and my son was not very impressed with me after the first 2 sessions of vlogging. So for me to have a happy holiday, I decided to can this idea very quickly. Just took a lot of snaps with my camera. I'm a keen photographer, by the way. I've actually started this new venture, MediaX.photography. It's my new site where I sell stock photography photos. So if any of you are interested, go and have a look. There's even some muscle photos of me on there, but it's mostly nature and stuff like that. Bought it in Cape Town and we've flown Singapore Airlines. Now it's much of the same as compared to other airlines. The big difference for me is basically the in-flight entertainment, which is of better quality. And then of course the air hostesses. Oh, I think there are few airlines that get to the level of Singapore Airlines with the beauty of their hostesses. So that was nice to look at. Now dude, the flight is long. You know, I come from the southern tip of Africa, straight through, close to the other side of the world. It was crazy. So we flew directly to Singapore. Now this is my second time in Singapore and it never fails to impress. Now, from a South African perspective, what impressed me most was that everybody is doing his and her job effectively. There's no lazing around, there's no beggars on the street, and you do not have to worry about getting robbed. Now that feeling of safety goes a long way to help you enjoy your stay. Now the first 3 nights in Singapore we stayed at the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. Obviously this is one of the hotels in the world, but it was my 55th birthday celebration, so it was a special occasion. Beautiful architecture, and the hotel has its own massive shopping center next to it. The infinity pool on the roof is amazing. It's beautiful. I mean, overlooking the whole skyline. But I was not once in the pool. I just need my space. I come from Africa, wide open spaces, people far and few in between, and everybody's so close around me that I couldn't handle it, so I didn't even go in once. Okay, on the night of my birthday, we ate at COLLIN RAMSAY's restaurant, the Bread Street Kitchen. Of course, bloody expensive, especially if you're getting paid in South African rand. But the food was very good, and I must admit, the restaurants in Cape Town, they don't stand a step back for the COLLIN RAMSAY restaurant. We serve quality stuff here in Cape Town. We stayed in the 3rd tower of the hotel and had the family room option. All good, no complaints, and the view from the balcony was impressive. We had a short visit to the gardens next to the hotel, and there are 2 domes. It's a flower dome and a tropical dome, and we visited both of them. Beautiful, you will really enjoy it. But oh guys, this is walking on average 10 to 15 kilometers a day. Even though Singapore is very good with their taxis, impressive actually, it's crazy the amount of walking that you do when you visit there. After that we downgraded to a 4-star hotel that was near Orchard Road, which is basically the road where all the shopping centers is in Singapore. It was a functional hotel, but you don't want to do anything else and then just sleep. So obviously we hit the shopping centers one after the other. And hell man, you know, okay, it's beautiful, it's great, it's awesome, but we expected things to be quite a bit cheaper there than in South Africa, but especially the electronics. But it was pretty much the same price. Not having a lot of money, you quickly get very bored in a shopping center. So that means off to the other attractions like Sentosa Island and the likes. So at Sentosa, obviously we did Universal Studio, great rides, great experience, fun day. Then we also visited the aquarium and the evening light show. Both of them very nice. Now during my trip to Singapore, I actually met up with 2 of my followers there. I announced in one of my previous videos that I'm gonna visit Singapore, and they contacted me and said, "Dad, we need to see you." So I said, "Yeah, well, I'll be there." Brian Ko and Vijay Rajaram, 2 awesome guys. And Brian is a great guy, a true warrior. He's facing difficult odds in his life, but he is just pushing through and making it happen. So Brian, I'm taking my hat off to you. Oh Brian, and the coffee mug you gave me there in Singapore, it's my favorite coffee mug, man. Thanks, bro. The other guy, Vijay. Now with that guy I really clicked on a fitness level. He's a keen fitness enthusiast, and this is the kind of guy I can easily use as a training partner. Great talk guys. Vijay, make it happen. Make that muscles grow. Next time I'm there, you need to be bigger than me. Okay guys, so off to Maldives I go. What did I think of Singapore? Short and sweet version. I love the fact that theft, violence, robberies and things like that is basically non-existent. It's a clean, beautiful city with lots of worthy attractions. But alas, it's not a place I want to stay. Remember, I'm coming from Africa, Cape Town, and here it is wide open spaces. There's few people here. Where I stay, sometimes when I go walk on the beach, it's for a mile I can't see a person. So it's the amount of people that are in Singapore and on top of each other. This is not a place for me. So for me, it's a claustrophobic environment. Short visits only. The house I got in South Africa, it's a slightly above average house. Nothing special. 250 square meters, the restaurants, and the plot is 600 square meters. If that was in Singapore, that house is not a millionaire's house. It's close to a billionaire's house. It's a crazy expensive place. The flight to Maldives was on Silk Air. It's a subsidiary of Singapore Airlines. They had no in-flight entertainment system, but the food was better than on Singapore Airlines. This is now my third time that I went to Maldives. This time I decided to go to the north of Maldives. We chose Riti Island. It's only about 600 meters from one point to the other point. It's a 4-star resort. Now I wouldn't choose less than a 4-star resort when going to Maldives. Now after we landed in Male Airport, we had to take a small chartered aircraft with propellers to the northern part of Maldives. Nice experience, a little nerve-wracking. And guys, brace yourself, we only got one single suite. Whole flight. They come around with this bag of sweets and you can choose one sweet for yourself. Then there was a short boat ride and then we were at Riti Island. It's a truly stunning place. I've never been to places like Bora Bora, but for me, Maldives is pretty much, you know, the idea that you got in your head of how heaven is supposed to look like. Now, Maldives is pretty much like that, especially Riti Island. Truly awe-inspiring. Food was good, nothing special. Drinks was so expensive. We were forced to buy a drinks package, which was also bloody expensive. Now, we didn't plan for the drinks package. We actually brought 6 bottles in total of South Africa's finest red wine, nicely in containers, packed in our bags, 2 per bag, and we took it up to Singapore the whole way and took it to Male, to Maldives. At Male Airport, I don't know, they just spotted us. It's like they saw that is South Africans, and they know South Africans like their red wine, and they called us to one side and they say, "Sir, do you got wine?" I say, "Yes, why?" They say, "It's not allowed in Maldives. I've got 2 in each bag," and they opened up the bags and they took the wine. Now, they could have been very nasty there. I didn't know apparently wine is not allowed at all. Any kind of alcohol is not allowed at all into Maldives. So they confiscated it, but they kept it in storage for me. When I fly out of Maldives again, they gave it back to me, which was not bad. They could have confiscated it completely or given me a fine. So it could have been much worse. But I was not planning on buying the drinks package. So that set me back a lot of money. But you had no choice because the drinks are so expensive that if you want to enjoy just cool drink or whatever, you really need to buy the drinks package. But it was also had a nice side to it, because that means me and wife could go and walk, you know, to any of the beach bars. We could get a nice drink there, take some nice photos, just enjoying ourselves. So me and wife, we took a lot of very nice cocktail photos, bar photos and things like that. That's all on my site, by the way, mediax.photography. So if you want to go and have a look, I actually posted my Maldivian holiday photos. I post on that site. Now, even on this tiny island, I mean, it's 600 meters from one end to the other end. We walk every day in excess of 10 kilometers. I've got my fitness watch on, so I can see exactly how many steps and how far I actually walked. And this is all because of the snorkeling, the photos that we took, you know, just to enjoy ourselves and see every hook and cranny of the place. But talking about snorkeling, I think Maldives is probably one of the places in the world to go if you want to have great snorkeling. But be aware, you know, there's even in Maldives, there's quite a couple of places where the reefs have been severely damaged, so choose your island carefully. So what about bugs and mosquitoes? When we went to Thailand last year, we had a very bad experience on the Phi Islands and Thailand itself, the mainland, with bugs and mosquitoes, and my son even had to get antibiotics because of all the bites. But on Riti Islands we didn't have a single mosquito or bug bite. Now I spoke to them about it, and they said that they have a specific ecosystem in place where in the center of the island they got a pond, and that is the breeding area for the mosquitoes, and in that pond they put fish that particularly feeds on the mosquito eggs. So that whole system controls mosquitoes on the island, and it works great. Now, there was a couple of times in Maldives that I actually went to gym. I must say, up to that point, it was about 4 weeks, I had no training whatsoever. I decided this holiday I'm going to spend quality family time, so my gym was put on the back door for a change. I know that, you know, after I come back from holidays, I usually recover 1 to 2 months. I recover all the damage that's been done through the holidays. So this holiday I decided I'm going to let go a bit. Obviously the walking helped a lot to keep the body fat in check. I picked up just a very little body fat, so I was very happy about that. I kept most of my size. I've lost a little shape, I would say. What was very nice is that when you finish gym there on this beautiful resort island, you take off your shirt and you walk back home to your beach villa. That was great. It was exotic, but all good things comes to an end. So what did I think of Maldives? Listen, it's always an awesome place to visit, but you have to choose your island carefully. I would say nothing less than a 4-star resort. And as I said earlier, remember there's already extensive reef damage there. Some places is still quite untouched, but be careful, you need to do some investigation. Now the big negative of Maldives that really bothered me a lot, it really bothered me, was the fact that the people, all the people, I want to say there was absolutely no exceptions. But maybe the guy that cleaned in front of our villa, he was a bit more friendly. But generally all the Maldivian people are an unfriendly bunch of people. Now I'm sorry, here in South Africa, we go over the top treating our tourists. Every place, you will see and hear every place. We treat our tourists, we let them feel at home, we're friendly, we're really overly friendly. I did not find that in Maldives. In fact, every place that I visit, the resort even itself, and every shop, every restaurant, I felt unwelcome. If I'm gonna find another place that lives up to the beauty of Maldives, I'm definitely gonna choose the other place, because I don't want to go to a place where I feel most of the time unwelcome. Everybody there, it feels like they are forced to do their work, which they don't enjoy, and they're taking it out on you. Okay, now the nightmare to get back home. Listen to this. We did the following all in a span of 36 hours. First, we got the boat trip from our island to a bigger island where there's an airstrip. Then from that bigger island, we took a flight that's now from the northern part of Maldives to the southern part of Maldives to Mali. That's a propeller flight. At Mali airport, we took a big flight on Silk Air to Singapore. Then from Singapore airport on Singaporean Airlines, we took a flight to Johannesburg. Then from Johannesburg, we took a flight to Cape Town. I felt like a zombie. Later on, I couldn't talk straight. I was in the middle of my sentence. Everything just left my mind and I was just blank. And this was all done in economy class. Oh, it's not for a 55-year-old guy, and not a big guy as me. And so back in Cape Town, man, it felt good. I really love this place, you know. I'll put up a photo for you and a short video maybe. Just after I'm back, I took this footage, and this is my place. Sure, we got major problems, you know, theft, corruption, violence. But I believe there's enough goodwill here and love to make this place great. 2 days after I landed, I was back in gym, and man, it felt good. Now about 3 weeks since we're back, so I've regained most. Actually, my size is very, very good right now, but I still need to lose a little bit of body fat. That usually takes 1 to 2 months. This is the video that I took 2 days ago when I was at gym, so you can see that I've got the size, but my abs is not as ripped anymore, so I need to get that out. Next year we plan Italy trip, short Italy trip, and maybe Namibia. But the Namibian one, we want to make a big trip. I want to really take a lot of pictures there. It's an incredible, beautiful place. So for now, happy training everybody. Cheers. Gert Louw from Cape Town, signing off.